Hello there, here I sit on the 1st of April 2020 in Essex, United Kingdom, and today I'm going to be sharing a few thoughts on escaping the rat race. So, this has been quite a big subject in recent years. Many people consider this and wish to do it. So, escaping the rat race, what does that mean? Well, to me, that means escaping a job and lifestyle that you don't really like and allowing you to do something that you do like to do, and overall to increase your quality of life and be happier as a person. To me, that's what escaping the rat race is. Now, with this subject comes many things that need to be considered. So, as a society, we have come to rely very much on the rat race itself, whether we are in the rat race personally or whether we rely upon someone who is indeed in the rat race. So, if you think about what's going on at the moment, the pressure that shops are under and the food supply and the National Health Service, the NHS, and a huge strain that as a system and to the individuals and all the strain everything surrounding that, and indeed both of those subjects are under. So there's two massive subjects there that really need to be spoken about. So the first thing is the food supply. Okay, so people pick food for what one generally does not consider a huge wage. So people are going on the fields, picking broccoli in cold weather, picking fruit in when it's in season, working on machinery, plant, spraying if required, everything considered there, and just how big as a subject that is. Now, that person doing that might not really want to do it, but they're in the rat race to do that because they need the money for whatever it is they are doing. So, to pay the rent, to pay the mortgage, rates, food, whatever it may be, that person is giving their time, energy and being part of the rat race in order to help society as a whole, as it is currently structured. So big sacrifices there for what some people may consider not a big financial return. And at the end of the day, this is hours, days, weeks, months, years of people's time that they will not get back. Another one that I mentioned earlier about the National Health Service. Now, you've got to think what the pressure now these people there are under. I've heard it described as unprecedented. Okay. And we can talk about the political side of this, and indeed both arguments if we want, but think about the individuals, right, who are getting up in the morning or going into work at night to look after sick, ill and infirm people, and everything considered around that. So if they're in a hospital where certain things are going on at the moment, and they're then coming home to their families, aren't they? I'm going to say no more, but big subjects indeed. Now, I myself have worked in the farming industry when I was a lot younger, with strawberries and also potatoes and other root crops. Okay, and I've worked in these industries, and I know how hard that is. Okay, and it's under such pressure, particularly with the quality of food, the standard that people have come to expect nowadays, and what it takes to bring that perfect apple or that perfect strawberry to the shop shelf. And it takes a lot of effort, a lot of time and a lot of things in order to provide to people the standard in which they have come to expect. I myself have also worked in the health service for nearly 11 years. I worked in community care and also in dialysis. So I have seen, to a degree, this system as well. And one has got to think, so people who are at home on their own maybe, and they're having their carer come round to look after them, or they're going to have their dialysis treatment or whatever treatment, and they're having to go there 3 times a week, 2-3 times a week for their dialysis treatment, okay? And so with everything else going on, they've also got this to be considered. And these people who are delivering the treatment are also in the rat race. Okay, so we've come to rely on many people who are in the rat race, and the rat race could be your plumber, who is going to fix that leak that's leaking all over your floor, destroying things. Plumber, gas man, whatever, who fixes or replaces that boiler, excusez-moi, when you don't have any hot water in the middle of winter. That carpenter who fits that beautiful kitchen for you, which allows you to cook good, nutritious food for you, your loved ones, your family. The lorry driver who is delivering food to the shops, who is delivering hardware goods to a warehouse or a shop, whatever. These people. And the purpose of this video is to really, and I've been thinking a lot about this myself, really appreciating each other and how we are all linked. And I think in many ways, and I will include myself in this, within the last few years maybe we have forgotten how linked we indeed are. And, you know, to a degree we've come to take for granted the beauty of certain resources that we have. You know, you can just rely on the shop to have the produce you want, and just rely on that National Health Service being there. You know, so for instance, if one was doing a bit of DIY and cut their finger off, go to A&E, call the ambulance. I'm not suggesting anyone try it, you know, injuries like that, but you get where I'm coming from. You know, the reliance on this system and how it's there, and it's individuals in it working so hard to excuse me, to be able to bring these things to us. Now, people have got their own opinions on both of these systems, and I will accept that, of course. But when the individuals are concerned, and that nurse who's getting coughed on and splattered on, right, who's working shifts, who's putting their immune system at risk anyway, even without all of this, to care for people and to bring about what I heard described in terms of dialysis, a life-giving service. Whatever branch of NHS or health service, whatever you're in, that person who's working on that field to bring you that carrot, which sounds trivial, and if you'd said this to someone a year or so ago, many people would have went, it's just a carrot. Yeah, it is a carrot. A carrot is indeed a carrot. But, you know, to bring you them potatoes, you know, farmers have said that there's a huge demand on potatoes now. People would have laughed a year or so ago, you know, but the potato has been a staple of the UK diet, and I presume other countries where the climate is the same or similar as well. Rice in a, you know, maybe in Asia, a different part of the world. So what I'm basically saying is the ability to appreciate one another and the sacrifice that so many people are making at the moment is just so much. So there we go. I hope that this video has not been too sort of solemn in the way it's come out, but it's not meant to be that. And appreciation is key here for what we do for each other. If you like my work, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. You can check me out on Dan_Home Gardens, if you are interested.